We had our rough-in electrical and plumbing inspection this morning. Didn't go so well. Welcome back to our little mountain life. My name is Don. The saga of our pole barn house build continues. We've been working a lot recently in the house trying to get all the infrastructure ready, whether it's plumbing, electrical, all sorts of stuff. And this week especially, I made the big push to try to get ready for an inspection because we cannot insulate until that final inspection is done. Well, not the final inspection, but the rough-in inspection. So, I need to have all the outlet receptacles wired, ready to go, not installed, but wired. All the plumbing needs to be put in, all the vents need to be put in. That was one of the big projects this week. I've been working really hard. I took the 2-inch pipes that are underneath both of our sinks in both bathrooms and branched those off into 1.5-inch pipes that then go up and are vented out the side of the building to off-gas from all of our septic system. And so we worked really hard on that this week and cutting holes in the side of the siding, which was super nerve-wracking, and climbing the inside of our house like a little spider monkey. And I'm not built like a spider monkey. I really worked hard on that, and that checked off. Everything about that looked fine to the inspector this morning. But there were some major things that the inspector was not happy about. So he walked into our pole barn house, and the first thing he did was look up and start laughing. It was not good. He looked up, and I'm like, what's the matter? And he says, the plywood sheathing is installed wrong. And I'm like, what? All the plywood sheathing is running parallel. The grain of the plywood is running parallel with the purlins that are in between the trusses. And he said that the plywood needs to be running perpendicular to those purlins. So straight up and down the side of the roof, not long ways. Now I completely trust my builder, 100%. Conestoga Buildings did an amazing job. They've been building pole barns forever, and the crew that came down here from Pennsylvania, those awesome Amish guys, they've built I don't know how many barns. So they know what they're doing. There's just something that's not quite connecting. And so the building inspector had me on the spot call Conestoga. They took my phone call right away, and they sent some drawings right away. And basically he wants to verify that it is done to spec. I guess apparently he hasn't seen it done like this. So he said that the trusses aren't really standard trusses. And he was looking at my plans trying to get the information about the trusses. And I guess the exact detailed parts of the truss drawings weren't in that. So I called Conestoga again, and they sent me drawings right away. So I have the stamped drawings that show the engineered specs of the trusses, and I have that ready to go for our re-inspection on Monday. The thing that I'm really worried about is the direction of the plywood. So again, I trust Conestoga. I'm gonna give them a call early Monday morning, and hopefully we can put together enough documentation to say that our roof is structurally sound. If not, I'm not really sure what needs to happen. I don't know if we need to add extra lumber up there or whatever it is. But hopefully what I can provide as far as documentation on Monday for the re-inspection will suffice, and we can move forward with an approved inspection and start insulating our house. So other than the discrepancy with the structure of the roof, some other things that I need to fix. I need to change the way I wired some of my receptacles, the boxes where you put your outlets and your switches. He had a certain way that he wanted me to rewire those, and that's fine. I can do that this weekend. Having very little experience doing any electrical or plumbing, I fully expected this inspection to fail, honestly. And I just was ready with notepad and pen to take notes and ask him exactly what I needed to do the way he wanted me to do it, and hopefully I'll get all that done this weekend, and Monday we can get it re-inspected. One of the things he told me about is that the plumbing ventilation needs to be tested, and I thought that we had already done that part. If you recall many videos ago, before the slab was even poured, I did the plumbing down there, and we had to have a 10-foot tall PVC pipe that we filled with water to add water into the whole system and pressurize it and see if we were losing water and leaks and that kind of thing. Well, apparently we need to do that again after all the venting is done. So I have to find a little ball device that slips down into the pipe and seals it off. And then I have to go outside up near the roof line and fill my plumbing ventilation pipe with water and let the whole system fill up to make sure that there's no leaks. So hopefully the next video we put out will have great news after a passed inspection and we can move on to insulating. Until then, thanks for checking in on our little mountain life.